Yes, Arsenal are very close to agreeing a deal to sign Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. Now, he's a very sought-after midfielder. He's got a release clause in his contract, 60 million euros, about 51 million pounds. We understand that he has agreed to move to Arsenal. Arsenal is where he wants to move. It won't be this month, it will be in the summer.
Okay.
And I think it's a big deal for Arsenal because so many other clubs have been trying to sign him. Clubs like Liverpool, he was very close to joining Liverpool last summer. But I think Mikel Arteta, something that he's very good at, he gets on the phone, he talks to a couple of people, he sells them Arsenal, and players seem to be convinced that Arsenal is where they want to go. And I think long term it makes sense for Arsenal because Thomas Partey is out of contract in the summer, Jorginho is out of contract in the summer as well. So that is a position they needed to strengthen. But I hear what Arsenal fans are saying. They're saying, OK, yes, this is a great deal. We're very pleased about this. But look, we need a forward.
Yeah.
That is what we need ASAP. Let's wait and see how good Zubimendi is. But in the meantime, please, Arsenal, sign a forward.
Feeling that you could have killed the game with the amount of chances you created before they grew into the match.
Yeah, for sure. But the reality is that we didn't. We had so many open situations. We opened them up big spaces, big opportunities to score. We didn't. And then when you defend the box the way we did and concede 2 goals from set pieces at this level is very difficult to earn the 3 points.
Yeah. Before the goals, I was just speaking to Martin, and he mentioned that he felt it was a bit chaotic in the second half and that they couldn't manage the game properly. Why do you feel that happened, especially after their goals?
Because you don't finish the actions and you give so many simple balls away, and against a team that they have a lot of energy, they run and in transition they are really good. That's a really dangerous thing to do. And when we had them, we didn't kill them, and then we give them hope. They score from 2 set pieces and then became very chaotic.
Obviously, you have the best defensive record in the league, but conceding from set pieces more than you wanted, I imagine. How frustrating is it, and why do you feel this keeps happening?
Very, because especially with how few we concede, and the average has been really high because we lost points as well here against Palace, against Fulham. We could have been the same against Brentford, so something really to improve.
Yeah, we know that a win here could create momentum for ahead, what will be a very important match, but how do you make sure that the negative feeling doesn't remain?
No, what we have is he didn't create the right momentum, positive momentum. He certainly created a lot of anger, frustration, rage, disappointment, and let's use all of that for Wednesday. That's what we have to do.
And of course, it is challenging to have an opponent that is as intense and high quality as Bournemouth in between matches against PSG in the Champions League. Did you feel any mental or physical fatigue at all?
No mental fatigue is true. That a lot of players that they had to start, probably they were in condition for something else, is what we have.
And talking about condition, we mentioned this before the game, but about Timber, I know you still have a lot of a few days to recover him. But is there a chance that he won't be available for midweek?
Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah.
Big chance. How do you assess that now?
That's
now?
Doctor.
Okay. Thank you, Mikel.
Thank you.
It's the rage, that's the message from Mikel Arteta. What do you think?
Yeah, of course the message will be like this. As we know with Jamie, it's not that easy. You know, a season can be classed as a very good season, and then all of a sudden after 2 games, 2 bad results, you know, we can question your season, and I think this is where they are. Massive game against Paris.